everybody.
Hey everybody. We are hanging out for a Friday night live and inviting all of our Promise Church family and Facebook community to join us. And we're just here to talk and hang out a little bit. This is our house. We're at our kitchen table, and we just decided to turn on Facebook Live and see who was out there, see who was home tonight, maybe see who was on Facebook, and just see if we could create some conversation, connect with people. We miss everybody, and just wanted to try to connect with people, see if we could have some conversation tonight, and love to connect with you.
Yeah, we were talking how we've had a lot of scripted the videos, the Sunday videos, the midweek huddles, Thursday prayer, a lot of scripted things, but we haven't got to just kind of hang out and talk. So we have, we're watching the comments. So if you have a question or you want to comment anything, talk to us or talk to each other, that's what this is for. So feel free to do that.
I'm trying to get on here so I can see everybody's comments. But yeah, so we want to check in with people, see what they've been up to, hear how they're doing, and just give everybody an opportunity to talk to each other. Like my wife said, we've been doing a lot of Bible studies and prayers and just different content like that. So we wanted to have an opportunity where we just have a chance to talk with people and see how everybody's doing. I see Lisa said, "Hey guys, miss you." Darlene says, "Hello." Hey Darlene. Roger and Lisa, we miss you guys.
Yes.
Roger stopped by the church the other day, was doing something near the church and stopped in for a few minutes. I see Brother Santos. He gave us some emojis and says, "Praise the Lord, love you guys. We love you too, and hope you guys are doing well." We wanted to start a conversation and just see if people would engage and have some answers to this question. I know everybody's life is a little different and disrupted a little bit right now, and maybe you're missing some things.
Besides church.
Church
is number one, right?
Besides church, of course. We're missing church, we miss family, we miss friends, maybe people you're not seeing. But we wanted to ask you, and we'll answer the question too, what is the number one restaurant that you are missing?
Right. Number one restaurant.
What?
You have an answer? Oh, me?
I asked the question, so I figured maybe you would answer what yours was.
I would say Four Rivers, except I have been there 3 times for like takeout, but it's not the same as when you're eating in, because by the time you get it home, it's a little cold. So Four Rivers in the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Or Mexican.
What kind of Mexican restaurant? Which one?
Probably Senor Tequila.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And we've done Chipotle too, many times for takeout and delivery. But it's
that's kind of like Tex-Mex, though.
Yeah, but sitting down for like chips and salsa is, I definitely miss that.
Okay. So hit us in the comments. I guess I'm behind. Hit us in the comments if you are missing a restaurant. Who said Don Julio's? Oh yeah, Darlene says Don Julio's. Don Julio's, isn't that one in Lake Mary Boulevard?
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite Mexican restaurant at this point. Somebody says Red Lobster.
Red Lobster, yeah.
Lisa says that's not Mexican. Yeah. I don't even really know what Chipotle is. Is it Tex-Mex?
I guess I meant the chips and salsa kind of thing. Like
it's not even really Tex-Mex. It's just burrito bowls.
Okay, well.
Maybe somebody tell us what genre or category Qdoba or Chipotle is. It's just taco burritos. I will answer. There is a sports restaurant near our house called Friendly Confines. That is my go-to place. If it's, just kind of a place to grab something real quick. I like the nachos there, and I cannot replicate them at home. So I love the nachos, and I'm going to be looking forward to eating nachos again.
So the first day out of quarantine, we have a busy day. We're gonna be at Four Rivers
I don't miss Four Rivers that much because you can get takeout there.
Yeah,
So almost like some of these restaurants, they're truly, truly closed. Yeah. I see Carrabba's.
Sonny's, that's one we've been thinking about
I think
ordering.
Sonny's you can do takeout.
Carrabba.
I think some of these you can do takeout. Yeah. I think that a lot of these places are figuring out how to do takeout, but a lot of places, of course, it's dine-in only. So I don't know. Anybody missing anything else that's closed? Maybe going to someplace fun. I was talking to a friend today. He said that he went to a golf course and it was the busiest that he's ever seen that golf course. So maybe if you're missing golf, you can do that. I don't know. Anybody else got anything else they're missing?
Oh, your dad said coffee shops.
Coffee shops. Yeah, you can't go inside.
Well,
I don't know.
A lot of things to miss. But I would say the number one thing that we miss is being in church with everybody.
Barbershop, Matt says.
Okay, I was trying to go spiritual.
All right, let's go. Go ahead with the transition.
We miss church and just being together, and I know, I imagine everybody else does too. But we just miss seeing everybody, and we love doing church online, and that's the best we can do right now. And I love getting to watch that every week with our family. But I was talking with somebody about this the other day. There's nothing like just being in a room full of people worshiping, and of course you can worship at home, and we should all be doing that, and that's great. But just the body being together and all of the spirit-filled people just worshiping and the atmosphere, the presence of the Lord in the room, I cannot wait to get back to that. I am missing that for sure. And hugs. I'm a hugger, and I miss hugging everybody.
Yeah, I miss everybody too, and we can't help but be concerned for people, not only their health, but just their well-being. I think that people's mental well-being, spiritual well-being, being isolated, at the minimum, just disrupted is, it takes a toll on people, and I think we're all feeling that. But then we're concerned for people's, jobs and just kids being out of school. And so, yeah, we want to just see everybody and check in on everybody. We have concern for everybody. Certainly miss everybody. We miss being in church. I've been saying it to a few people, just, friends and people I see out or whatever, whether somebody stops by the church office or what. But I've missed 3 Sundays in 8 years, and I don't even know how many Sundays we're at now. 5 or 6?
This will be 6.
6. So that is so strange to me. And I'm preaching a message on Thursday now. We film it on Thursday, and my rhythm is always, centered on Sunday, so I'm all mixed up. I miss seeing people. My rhythm is church, and I never miss Sunday, and now we've missed 6 essentially in a row, so I don't like that. And I think the big thing I miss about church, I don't know if you say there's one thing you miss about church, but the thing I miss that stands out the most in my mind is standing on the front steps before church, just on that porch area, and seeing everybody come in and shaking hands, which we can't do. We have to elbow bump right now. And
I don't think you're supposed to be within 6 feet, though.
Well, I'm not saying we would do that the first Sunday. I'm saying that's the thing I miss the most about normal church, is being on the front steps and hugging people and handshaking people and high-fiving people on the way into church. And then the music gets going and we go inside. And I think that is probably what stands out the most in my mind right now. But we are praying for everybody. We're concerned. Keep in touch with us. I know that we're trying to reach out to people and stay connected, but if you need something, feel free, reach out some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
You want to transition?
Sure. I think the other thing that we wanted to say beyond missing everybody is that we have, ideally we would be having regular church. But given the circumstances, we're just happy with what we've been able to do over the last 6 weeks. And we appreciate everybody, honestly, from the bottom of our hearts. And I could, get choked up thinking about it. Just everybody who's still on board and watching our Sunday services, commenting, engaging in the comments, joining the life groups that we're doing on Zoom, the prayer team that's still meeting, just everybody that's checking in on everybody. I felt like a godly proud of our church, that even though we aren't meeting together and there's so much going on, that, like Erica said the other day in the Facebook group, we're not just surviving as a church, but we're thriving. There's so much unity still, and I love that.
Yeah, I think that the church has faced a lot of adversity. I think I said this in my Easter message, but church has faced a lot of adversity for centuries, millennium, and we always thrive, and that's because God is on our side. And how many governments or kingdoms have risen and fallen, and how many economies and businesses have come and gone, but the church thrives, and so it's not surprising to me the church is going to thrive through this as well. I see Tom say something about haircut number 5. I didn't understand that. Has he had 5 haircuts in the last 6 weeks, or is that the number 5 guard? I don't know. I had to buzz my hair. I was getting tired of it. My wife doesn't really like it that much, but I was getting tired of it. I just buzzed it. So
yeah, it's all right.
Yeah,
it's growing back. It's been like 2 weeks.
I see that Brother Santos says he misses preaching with me. I think we need to figure out a way to have you on the broadcast with us. You gotta
get that whistle.
Yeah.
The whistle really helps.
Just whistle in all caps on the Facebook Live on Sunday morning. But yeah, no, I'm definitely proud of our church. I love how our creative team has rallied around this. So many people have made what we're doing possible. I'm proud of our video. We really pivoted and had to go online only, obviously, and doing the best we can every week. I feel like it's getting better every week, and I'm proud of the church too, and just engagement as far as the comments. And I love seeing even during the message or during the worship that, people are saying hi to each other. It's kind of the virtual, shake hands with your neighbor or whatever.
During the preaching.
Sure. Hey, at this point, it's okay. And then, the e-life groups, we've all figured out what Zoom is. The prayer team, they always have pre-service prayer. And they've transitioned that to a conference call. A Zoom call is really awesome.
And thank you to Vanessa. Vanessa has been so great about keeping the prayer team together, and we appreciate that. They meet on Zoom every Wednesday at 6:30 for prayer before the midweek huddle, and every Sunday morning, I think at 9:30. Mm-hmm. And the other thing is that is it's kind of like for the prayer team, but anyone is welcome to be a part of that. So if you, and it's a really moving. It sounds kind of weird because you're on Zoom and you're like, how are you being spiritual on there? But it is very moving, and they, have prayer meeting on there. So if you would love to be involved in that, if you want to be on that Zoom, you don't have to say anything out loud. You don't have to lead in prayer. But if you just want to hear other people praying and be a part of that, I guess comment here and we can get you added. So
yeah, and
good thing.
And we all look forward to the day. We don't know when it is, but we all look forward to the day that we are able to have service again. And, we're getting that question a lot. Anybody I might see, that drops by the church, or, of course, just even through our Facebook page, people have asked us, phone calls, text messages, just asked us about when we'll have service again. And obviously, we're praying about it. We're following our government leaders, our other ministry leaders, and we're just trying to be cautious and take our time. I'm watching the news every day. I'm sure you guys are too, and we're just thankful that we're not following some of the projections as some of the serious projections that we saw, but we know that it's still serious. And so I hope that we're able to come back together sooner than later. I don't know what that day is. Nobody knows what exactly that day is. But I will say that we're looking forward to it. We're working toward it. And it'll be a little different at first, obviously, because we want to be cautious. We look forward to the day that we don't have to, be thinking about it, and we can just come to church. Right. But there will come a day sooner than later that we're able to gather. and be cautious about it. And I don't know exactly what that looks like. It might be that we do 2 services to lower the crowd. We might suspend kids' church for a little while. We might rope off every other row, things like that. We probably won't pass an offering bucket, or there'll be certain things that we'll do. But someday, hopefully sooner than later, we'll be able to come back together, and it'll be a private decision or a personal decision for everybody. Everybody's got to make that decision on their own. And I'll just say it now. I mean, if somebody has any kind of hesitation, or anybody is at risk, join us online. That's why we're doing what we're doing, to make that as good as we can, so that it's not a hard decision for somebody, kind of like all or nothing, like go to church or miss it entirely. We're making our online church as good as we can. Yeah. And so we want to come back, but we want to be careful too.
Yes. Erica said, I need another Color of Promise t-shirt. My neighbors are tired of seeing cranberry. Erica, we are working on more merch. I will tell you that. We've been
I'm with that.
Yeah, we're trying to get some, maybe some different shirts.
Let's get the lime. Let's get lime. Okay. I don't know how many of us will look good in the lime color.
I don't know who wants to wear lime, but we're working on it. Maybe some coffee mugs, getting some stuff in motion.
Yeah.
So we'll make that happen.
So comment, tell us what you've been up to. We'll kind of catch you up on what the church has been up to. I know that a lot of you have been keeping up with us on Facebook and Instagram and our email newsletter too. But maybe comment what has kept you busy. How have you utilized or maximized this moment? I've heard of people catching up on honey-do lists, working at their house, getting yard work done, doing stuff at their house. Just having some fun with their kids, maybe going on walks or different things with their kids.
Nobody's really having fun with their kids, though.
Oh, you went on a 3-mile hike with them other day.
Anybody else homeschooling right now? Let me know in the comments how it's going.
Yeah. So I see we need to feel like there are canaries being sent into the mine. The lime. I was trying to catch up on some of these comments to hear what people are up to. So comment, tell us what you're up to, and we'll kind of catch up on some of the stuff the church has been up to. I'll do the first one, and one of the things that I was really happy about that our church was able to accomplish at a couple weeks ago was we had a grocery drive-through, and ended up being basically half of a semi, I feel like, wasn't that right? About half of a semi of food.
We were told we were getting food for like 10 families, and then we found out it was going to be 20 families. So we're like, oh, okay, great. So we didn't promote it too much because, we had a few families in mind. And then about an hour before the drive-through started, they sent us a picture of half a semi full of food, and we were thinking, how in the world are we going to get rid of this much food?
Well, we were planning on it being a grocery. We were planning on it was being a drive-through at that point, though, right?
Yeah. Well, we just didn't know we would have that much food.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking, we don't have a refrigerator to hold all these eggs and all this chicken. Like, what are we going to do? And in my mind, I thought there's no way we can get rid of it. And we got rid of it before the window was even closed. So that was a huge blessing. That was awesome.
Well, it kind of shows you the reach of our Facebook page too, because we put it out on Facebook a couple hours before, and we had line in the parking lot going out into the street, and we ended up having 400 cars come through or something.
I don't think it was. I think that's your preacher side coming out.
How many was it? Was it 400 people or 400 cars?
I think it was people.
400 people. Sorry, 400 people came through. I just remember that number. I forgot it was cars or people, but 400 people come through, and it was great. We were really able to connect and bless a lot of people in the church neighborhood and surrounding areas, and we want to try to do it again as soon as we can. It was really a great day. A lot of people helped out. We were able to follow all of the distancing things as far as just people pulled up and opened their trunk, and that was it.
Yeah. All right, so I think that what we kind of just wanted to say and to show is that the church doors are closed, but Promise is still on the move and things are still happening. This week we celebrated the healthcare heroes from Promise and just all healthcare heroes. So this week we were able to provide, for some people it was breakfast, some lunch. I think it was over 75 people, 75. We had firemen, pharmacists, nurses, doctors, and that was awesome. We were so excited to be able to do that and just, to be able to bless the people that are being the hands and feet of Jesus right now. And so if you're a healthcare hero watching, we want to say thank you. We appreciate all you're doing. You are not getting enough recognition. Promise, truly, we appreciate all of you. We've also been able to, something like that, you can promote that on social media and be able to say like, hey, this is what we did. But we've also the church has also been able to help members of our own Promise family. We're not, we wouldn't share about that, but just being able, through the giving of so many people, we've been able to provide, I think the majority of the church still has jobs, but for those that may be going through a hard time, the church has been able to provide food, financial assistance. The ministries are still going on.
Yeah, we're trying. So that's why I started out. I wanted to see how you were maximizing this moment that we're in and kind of tell how the church is doing the same thing. And the grocery drive-thru is a great thing we were able to do, and just the church be able to be the church in this time. Our care team has been reaching out not only in our community, but also inside our church family, as she said. We have a call tree that we're checking in on people in the church a couple times a week. If you'd like to be a part of that call tree, or you have somebody that you'd want us to just check in on, maybe they live alone or something like that, we'd love to add them to the list. We have people that are making calls every day, just kind of dividing it up, making a few calls every day. We're doing that too. So we'd love to add somebody, or if you want to be a caller, just inbox us. We'd love to add you to that. And not only that, of course, we pivoted to doing our service online, but not only that, we're trying to bring content nearly every day. We have some of the things that have been consistent is not only Sunday service and Wednesday night midweek huddle. Thursday night, somebody from the prayer team is bringing just a point of prayer, kind of an encouraging devotional. And then doing a few other things sporadically like this. The kids' church on Saturday morning. Yeah,
I'm going to plug the kids' church. Andrea has been
Come to it tomorrow morning.
Andrea has been so awesome about making sure that we have kids' church every Saturday morning at 10 o'clock for all the children. The Zoom link is on the Facebook group page.
Yeah, we can email that out too. They're doing a great job doing scavenger hunts, show and tell, a lot of fun that they can have. And I laughed at Darlene said that pastors count like Noah by 2. I like that. I might have to use that. That's true too. One thing that another thing we've had a breakthrough with through this time is we've got a podcast on our website. It's really kind of funny to me. If I rewind the tape back to October, November, we were talking internally with some of our leaders about the vision offering for that year, November, December, or I guess October, November. And it was kind of like, one thing that we really need to do is kind of get our tech side of things up and going. We need a new website that we can host podcasts and host video and even get cameras in the church. And I kind of put that out there, and I thought, you know what? I don't know if people are going to want to give to that. It kind of sounds, ethereal, or just not something we're going to really...
You can't touch it. It's not the tangible thing you can see. Yeah, it's not
tangible. It's like, I know we need to do that, but maybe another day or whatever. And then, of course, we find ourselves in this situation. And even at the beginning of the year, we were kind of shopping for some of this stuff and just trying to nail down what video system we were going to go with and all that. But a lot of that's come together. The podcast is on the website. The website went live before all of this happened. It's got a lot of good functionality with it as far as signups and podcasts and video hosting and all that. So I believe that is www.mypromisechurch.com/messages.
Yes.
And so that's cool. And people were even hitting me with like some vintage ones or old ones. They're like, hey, can you put up this one from a year ago and stuff? So that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
People were actually remembering titles and stuff. But
yeah, I was gonna say the sermons that we're doing now for Church Online, those are being put on there, so those podcasts are available. But what I love is some of the older ones, and like I've been requesting some too, just because it's like, you know, you hear a sermon one time and then you want to hear it again.
Yeah, ethereal. I think it's right. Is that right? Is that the right use of the word?
So anyway, some of the older ones, I shouldn't say older, you know, from a few months ago, those podcasts are on there, and I love listening to those because at the beginning of those, the podcast doesn't have the singing on there from the services, but so it basically starts when he takes the microphone, and so you can still hear the worship. And I was listening to, which one was it? God's House?
I think it was
and the beginning of that one had...
House Party.
No, that wasn't the one.
Oh, okay.
It was, I think God's House is my house, and the beginning had all the worship, like the worship was overflowing into the preaching, and I could hear Brother Santos doing like Gloria a Dios, and I could hear the whistle, and I'm being serious, like I got so emotional just like hearing all that worship, and I was like, oh, I miss this so much. So and I'm not just saying that to plug the podcast, like really just getting to hear some of the older sermons and everybody's amen in the sermon.
So old, it was in February.
Older, I mean like pre-recording days.
When you were preaching to an actual audience, not to a camera.
Yeah, and you could hear the feedback from the audience. It was really good.
I'm getting used to the camera part, but
yeah.
No, I miss preaching live, and it's an adjustment preaching to a camera. So anyways, I want to say, you know, I feel like God was involved with that and that timing of doing that offering, because it's all kind of coming together now, and I just want to say thank you to everybody who gave to that, because it's carrying us into being able to do some of these things that we're doing in this time. And not only that, we have been getting better with the video and the service online every week, but we're about to make a big leap with it all. We've had some new equipment on order for a while, and as you can imagine, a lot of this stuff got back ordered because not only churches but other genres of business and are having to move what they do online, and so cameras are back ordered and different things like that. But
Matt.
I think that was the first message I ever preached at our church. That was a good one, though. Maybe I'll bring that back, Matt. Let's see if that might be on cassette tape. That was a long time ago. That might be on cassette. The camera stuff. So we've got new lighting. We're doing a renovation of the platform right now, and even inside the church, new lighting and cameras. That's really going to change everything with our online service. And then going forward, we'll be able to live stream even the day when we come back together. We'll be able to live stream and provide a great online experience too. So I'm really looking forward to that. The install was probably going to be happening Tuesday, so I'm excited about that.
Awesome. Well, people want to hear the
Yeah, that's what I was just laughing about.
A sermon from like his first preaching days.
That was a 9-minute sermon, maybe 5. I don't know.
An 8-minute sermon. But yeah, I think we just wanted to say thank you too to everybody who's been participating and giving. Your giving matters. Everything's still going on at the church. Obviously, all the bills at the church still have to be paid, even though no one's meeting there. And we've just been able to bless members of our own church, of our community, and the healthcare heroes this week, and keep things running. So
I think that one of the great things about the church is that we're able to shine brightest when the world is the darkest. And so I think that at these times is when the church really shines. And so don't come off the gas pedal. We want to keep going and keep doing what we do. I want to do another one of those grocery drive-thrus as soon as we can. I loved what we did with the healthcare heroes. You never know who that can touch. And really just people see the church being the church in this hour is really important. So I just say thank you to everybody. who is giving and making the online services possible, making some of these outreach community efforts possible, because I really do believe the church can shine brightest when the world is the darkest. And even just in addition to that, some things that we can do while we're online is I see people doing the watch parties on Facebook. I see people taking pictures of their family and posting that on their Instagram stories or their Facebook stories, tagging Promise Church, sharing
go a long way,
sharing stuff. And I'll just even say, if you see somebody from church share one of the church posts, go like it and have your wife and kids like it and heart it. Don't just thumbs up it. And because those things are fuel for the church posts. Every like gives it a little more mileage to show it to more people. So hit thumbs up. It's super easy. As you're scrolling, just boom, and then just keep scrolling.
Yeah,
it's
the
pretty
way
easy.
that Facebook works, especially with pages like this, is in the first few minutes that a post is posted, if it doesn't really get any engagement, it won't show it to really anybody else. But if it gets engagement when it's first posted, then it'll keep showing up in more and more people's newsfeed. And while we love likes and all of that's great, what we really want is for, just
more
the people outside, just our church family to be able to see. And, it's I guess the new way of outreach and
people
reaching other people.
People are literally a captive audience right now. They're stuck in their house. There's not a lot to do. They're not going to the office or whatever else. And so, again, the church can shine bright in a dark time. Maybe somebody sees the content, gets connected to the church. It's uplifting, touches somebody. Who knows? Can bring them back to their faith or spark something, reignite something in their heart. Just seeing one of those prayer devotionals or seeing one of our services. And I know that I actually saying it on Sunday's message that, we might not think that it's enough, but whatever we are able to put in the hands of the Lord, He can bless it and multiply it and distribute it. So, hey, it might just be a thumbs up on a Facebook post and God uses it somehow.
Yeah, Erica said she's going to have more of her cousins like the post. Erica did a prayer video last Thursday. If you didn't see it, you can either go to our YouTube channel or scroll back through our page and see Erica's video. But we were laughing that we
had a lot of people with the last name Russell liking the church posts.
Her 9-minute video that really didn't take any editing or a lot of time got a lot more views than his Sunday sermons.
Hey,
so,
I'm okay with that.
We were joking because she has so many cousins, being from Kentucky, she has so many cousins that they all shared it, and so it just blew up. So Erica, if you could just keep sharing all of everything we do and get your family to like it.
I will say that her family's from Kentucky too, so.
True. I'm not feeling Kentucky.
her mom's family's from Kentucky. So the midweek huddle's been great. We've been having a different speaker every night. We've been doing a kind of a message series about how to survive a bad day, and it's been great. I think all of the speakers have been doing a great job, and I feel like it's been good Bible teaching too. It's not just kind of fluffy, everything's always going to be sunshine and rainbows, but hey, there's days where there's clouds and dark clouds, and there's hard times to make it through too, and you've got to survive and thrive through those times too. Prayer team and all those kind of good things are still happening through the week, and we're going to keep it going. I don't know how much longer we have until we're able to meet again. Of course, like I said, we're leaning on government leaders and ministry leaders, and just praying, of course, above all, what's right for our church community. But just kind of being cautious. But in this time, we're going to start a new message series on Sunday called Courageous. And I believe it's really going to minister to you. Yeah. I've been studying for it for a couple weeks, and I kind of felt I was going to go with it last week, but I didn't feel total green light on it, and so I'm starting it this week. But I really feel like it's going to be a blessing to you. There's a lot in the Scripture about in adversity, having courage, And again, the church can shine the brightest when it's darkest.
Yes. Vanessa asked if you would play the guitar and I would sing.
Oh yeah, now? I would, but my guitar is at church now.
Otherwise, we would do that right now.
I definitely would. I was going to try to do Lead Me to the Cross, but she didn't want to sing it. I was going to play that.
But that is a great segue into we don't want to commit to every Friday going live or like having something every Friday night. But we're trying to get it to where for the next few Fridays, as much as we can, we kind of have something going on Facebook Live. So next Friday night, we're doing an acoustic worship night. And we're really excited about this. It's going to be a few people from the worship team. And Nate's going to be on the guitar. It's going to be a good night. So that's next Friday night. So stay tuned for that. That's something that we've been wanting to do is, obviously on Sundays we have the worship team and they're, doing the worship set, but we wanted to do something a little more informal, casual. So we want to do a couple of these worship nights. But if you have a song that you would like them to
put it in the comments
to play, comment it now. I can't promise you it'll happen this time, but maybe in the future, the future worship nights. But yeah, it'll be a good night. It'll be just a time where we can all kind of come together and worship, and it'll be a good night. And then hopefully we'll have stuff going on the next couple Friday nights too. If you have any ideas, we could take ideas. If you have ideas of anything for Friday nights, I was telling Valerie, I don't know if anybody's gonna watch. It's a Friday night. People are busy, and then she was like, but they're not. Some people might be working, but most of us are at home.
Yeah, it's a captive audience.
So
yeah, we're going to do an acoustic worship night, and we'll probably, depending on how long this goes, we'll keep it going. But again, I think that one of the positive things of all this is it's really pushed us into a new place, and we could be continuing to do some of that stuff on Friday nights because we're set up for it. And I think it will really be great. I really love seeing that kind of thing. I want to see some comments on maybe songs that we can sing.
I love them. I already see the blessing.
Mm-hmm. It's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's my new favorite song. Courtney asked if we would do a drive-in church. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's a great idea. We'd have to kind of figure out some logistics on it. It's not a yes, it's not a no.
I was going to say throw out some questions. If you got any questions of anything we've asked, or maybe time's running out a little bit, but we'll hang out with you guys. If you got any questions, ask them. If you got any comments or suggestions rather for the worship night, give them to us. And I wanted to just say one other thing about the people sharing the posts. Easter was a lot different this year. I didn't necessarily like it. I wish that we would have still been able, maybe this happened before or after Easter, I don't know. But I will say there's been a lot of engagement on our Sunday services, and Easter especially was huge. And of course we always do attendance on Easter, and we've had some really huge attendance on the last couple Easters. But this year on the views, it was a lot more than we've ever had in the building. And even the last couple Easters, of course, we've done multiple services. But this last year, or 2 weeks ago, we had a ton of people join us for our Easter service. So I'm just trying to turn things over and see the positive in it. Yeah. And we had a lot more people than we could have ever put in the building for even 3 or 4 services. So that's been great. We've had people join us on Sunday services. And so we're finding positive things in it as well. I'm seeing some suggestions for the songs too.
I'm laughing at Tom.
New record, Erica says.
Yes, for sure. I'm laughing at Tom's comment. Courtney, just watch the stream in your car. Then it's like drive-up church.
Ask us a question. All right. So I was distracted reading when Courtney asked about the drive-in church. I like the drive-in church. I think that you just have to get set up to be outside. I mean, the thing that my mind immediately goes to is we don't have a lot of parking, and people park in the grass. I feel like even on Wednesday nights nowadays, but projecting the audio out there would be difficult. I don't know exactly how we do that. But I would almost do anything just to have everybody on the property, even if we were in cars. So, depending on how long this goes, I'm open to really any ideas. I love good creative ideas.
Yep.
What do we got?
45 minutes. Do you think that's...
Yeah. Anybody else got any other questions? Chime in, comments, ask us almost anything. We'll try to... We'll try to answer. People missing restaurants. I didn't see too many more of that. But if anybody's got anything, hit us in the comments.
I will say one more thing. I just want to give a big shout out to the lady behind the camera right now, Valerie, because she has been a rock star, and if you guys only, if everybody only knew everything that she was doing, Valerie, I love you. Thank you. I think I said on a Facebook post, I think it was like a week or so ago, that a 50-minute Sunday video or 40-minute video that we can watch in 40 minutes took a very long time to actually put together. And there's so many different stages in the process. What she's doing, I don't really know it all, but I know she spends, usually Tuesdays we film the singers, the worship set, and a lot of times Tuesdays we'll record the announcement, whoever's doing the announcements, and then Wednesday night we do the midweek huddle, and then Thursday she records his sermons, which are not always in one take, so I think it's hard preaching with the teleprompter kind of thing. But what was I saying? Anyway, so she spends, Thursday doing his sermons, and then Friday all day she's editing the video, and then Saturday she spends uploading to Facebook, to YouTube, getting everything done. So Valerie, we appreciate her. I don't know what we would do if we didn't have. Oh, Valerie for president.
Hey, I would vote for Valerie over any of the presidential candidates.
Okay. Not going down that road.
But no, there's been a lot of people, and Valerie, Christian's been doing
helps
a lot. We've got a lot of the AV, a lot of the worship team coming in and doing what they do. Audio, video guys. People just even kind of renovating the church. Dan, Brandon, Scott, a lot of people still doing a lot of things, and so. We love and appreciate everybody that makes it happen, because
for sure.
Certainly it's not just any one person. There's a lot of people that come together to make it. And that's what we do. And I'm looking forward. The church is going through the same thing that everybody in the world is going through. The Bible tells us that rains on the just and the unjust. And so we know that we live in this world. It's not heaven yet, but I believe we're thriving in it. But I'm excited to be the church again soon. Well, we are the church, but church means gathering, or ecclesia means gathering. So I'm looking forward to being able to gather again, is what I'm trying to say.
Our church family together. Because it is a family.
Yeah.
We miss our church family.
Yep. So with that, anybody else got any other comments? Direct message us, because we're signing off.
This is like when he closed. Like a closing on Sunday in the sermon.
I'm not the one talking. Stand with me. Let the music come. We're going to come to a close.
You haven't got to say that for a while.
I know. I miss saying that. But we do love and miss everybody. We're looking forward to gathering again someday soon. In the meantime, we'll connect like this. Honestly and truly, stay connected. Yes. Stay connected through these channels. Christina and I, our phones are always on. So call us, text us, direct message the church if you need something. We're here for you guys. And We love you all.
Yes.
So have a great Friday night.
We'll do this again. This was
And
fun.
we'll do this again. I'll do it
Yeah.
again anytime. I enjoy it.
This was fun. We'll talk to you soon.
See you, everybody.
Have a good night.